Alright guys, what is up? We are back to doing the reviews of the wrestling shows on the day that it comes on, and I decided to go back to this. I don't really like doing the weekly pro wrestling wrap-up because I forget a lot of things that happen on the day after, what I've been doing. So, I've decided to go back to doing the reactions and review. But we're going to do it like pay-per-view style. After every segment in the ring and after every match, I'm going to pause the TV. We're going to talk about it. That's what I did with the pay-per-views. That's what I'm going to do with here with these reviews. So we got Raw tonight, TNA tomorrow, Lucha Underground Wednesday, and then don't know if I should do SmackDown. Let me know if you want me to do SmackDown, and I'll do SmackDown, no problem. Even though I don't watch that much. So we're gonna go ahead and get into Raw. The start of Raw was a highlight reel, of course, with Chris Jericho, and he talks about how he gave Dean Ambrose a bulging disc and that he's in the hospital. Is that really true, or is that part of the storyline? I really like Dean Ambrose. I don't want him to go anywhere. I'll cry. I will cry right now. But he shows tweets of everybody saying rip Mitch and everything. That was hilarious. I like that. And then Colin Cassidy, Big Cass, comes out and surprisingly challenges Jericho to a match. And I'm like, that's going to be good. Like, I like this rivalry if they continue it, since Enzo's out and I guess Dean Ambrose is out. And it ends with him saying you want a match now, because that's how they do things in the new era. I'm tired of hearing them say that already. We know. You don't have to keep saying it. Jesus. But, he says no. He says he wanted to fight. He takes off his jacket and his dumbass looking scarf, goes out. And Colin Cassidy says there's only one word to describe you. It spells it out for him. I'm not going to spell it out for you here, because you know what it is. So here comes Jericho, jumps right back up and gets caught with a big boot. I mean, it looks like he hit him right, stabbing the fucking nose. And Jericho's falling down over. And that was pretty much the first segment of Raw. I really liked this week's highlight reel. It was good. It was entertaining. I love Enzo. I mean, Colin Cassidy. I love Enzo more, but it shows that Colin Cassidy can do stuff on his own. And if you haven't heard already from the rumors, Vince is really big on Colin Cassidy, and of course, Vince loves the tall guys and the big guys. And look at Colin Cassidy. He's tall and he's big, and he can work on the mic. So of course, Vince is gonna like him. But I hope there's a match later on in the show. I think the matchup next is Dolph versus Baron Corbin. Hopefully it's as good as the match they had in the Payback pre-show, or maybe even better. I'm probably hoping for better. I'm probably pretty sure everybody is. So let's get ready for that match. Before we start talking about DZ versus Baron Corbin, they did it. Thank you guys. So Chris Jericho comes back and tells Stephanie that it's all Shane McMahon's fault for him getting kicked in the face, and that him and Stephanie can stop the new era. If Stephanie says she likes what Shane's doing, and says that don't ever try to get in the way of her brother ever again, or something like that. It was pretty funny, but that sets up the match between Big Cass and Chris Jericho in the main event. Is it really going to be in the main event? I thought the elimination tag match between the Roman Empire and the Club will be in the main event, but I guess it's not, so I don't know what to think about that. Alright, what a good match that was. Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler. So, I just want to ask, if y'all guys were watching that match, when Baron Corbin got tossed over the thing and had to try to hit a big boot on Dolph Ziggler, and I swear to God he hit the security guard with that fucking foot. When he went over, it looked like he hit a fan or a security guard. I swear it looked like it. And then Dolph Ziggler hit a drop kick, and he fell into the security guard again, which I thought was pretty funny. But the match is good. The Deep Six by Baron Corbin is an amazing move. Dolph Ziggler, that was pretty cool. Dolph Ziggler played possum, hit him with the famouser, and he's kicked out. But Baron Corbin got the end of days, and Baron Corbin wins. And so he says it's the Corbin era, but let's be honest, I'm going to be totally honest. I wish they would stop saying it's the new era so much. That is the second, I think that I've already heard that term used 10 times already, and we're only 30 minutes into Raw. So I'm getting tired of it. We understand. Go out there and show us why it's the new era. Don't keep saying it. But JBL said it again. It is now officially Dolph Ziggler. It's not Dolph Ziggler, it's Dolph Ziggler. But Baron Corbin wins, which it was a pretty good match. Great match to kick off Raw. Alright guys, so before this next match, it was backstage segment where Ric Flair and Charlotte came out, well, into the office of Shane, wanting to get Stephanie's rule overturned about how Rick was barred from ringside at Extreme Rules. Well, Shane said her ruling stands, and plus he cannot be at ringside tonight. So that was pretty cool. Which I just don't know how their little thing's gonna happen. Stephanie's turning on him, and I see it happening really soon. But the match was R-Truth versus Fandango, and they announced that Thursday night on SmackDown it was the Gorgeous Truth versus Gold Dongo. Just a reminder, if you want me to review SmackDown, let me know in the comments. I haven't watched SmackDown in about a year and a half, to be honest. I just watched the highlights because there's nothing really going on there. So we might watch it, we might review it. Let me know. The match ended with, let's see, Goldust got on the ring apron while Fandango was celebrating. He started dancing too, and basically Fandango took advantage, but Tyler Breeze got on the ring ropes too, so they're both on the ring apron. R-Truth gets outstripped into the ring apron, knocks Tyler Breeze down, or Fandango knocks Tyler Breeze down, and R-Truth plants Fandango on his face. It looked like it hurt, but R-Truth wins. Don't really care about this match. Their backstage segments have been pretty funny, but it's just not really much I care about. But so after the match, we have a segment with both of the McMahon siblings are in their office, and there is Kevin Owens, Cesaro, and The Miz, and the most beautiful diva of all time, Maurice. And they're talking about how, you know, who deserves to be number one contender, and Vince, wow. Shane says it'll be a triple threat at Extreme Rules. Well, here comes Sami Zayn saying, you heard the people last week, in the new era, we heard it again, it's supposed to be able giving the people what they want. Well, you heard me when you heard them when I held up the Intercontinental Championship. He gave the idea if he beats The Miz tonight, he will be put in the Fatal 4-8 at Extreme Rules, and if The Miz wins, he'll go back to the line, back to the end of the line. I'm hoping Sami Zayn wins. I would love to see a Fatal 4-8 at Extreme Rules. Oh my gosh. So, I mean, that sounds amazing. So, that's another match we have set up. So, we have the Roman Empire versus the Club, Miz versus Sami Zayn, Paige versus Charlotte, and Chris Jericho versus Big Cass. Those are probably the only matches we'll see tonight. I might have to say, I don't know what other matches we'll see, but yeah. Alright guys, the next match was Natalia was on the they're commentating Charlotte versus Paige. Where the hell has Paige been? I know Total Divas, but I don't watch that. No. Never. I've watched it a couple times, but I don't like it. Like, I think all that's fake, to be honest. I mean, after I've remember watching like the first couple episodes, and then I didn't really like it after that. But it was a good match. I really want to see Paige more, but of course, Ric Flair was not on the at ringside, and they kept asking Natalia, what happens if Extreme Rules and you don't win, even though Ric Flair is not out there, and you lose. She keeps saying, it's a beautiful day in Omaha. I'm confused. But the match was good. Paige hit a superplex off the top. Charlotte kicked out. Paige was going for the Paige tap out. I always thought it was called the Paige turner, but I guess not. Charlotte got out of it, trying to go for a pin with the hook on the ring ropes with her legs. Natalya came up, got that, took her legs off or whatever. And here comes Ric Flair, even though he was barred from ringside. And here comes Shane O'Mac. That got more crowd reaction than the match. And bring out more refs to get Ric Flair out of there. Well, Charlotte's watching to see what's going on. Paige rolls her up for the pin. 1, 2, 3. That is your winner. Paige wins. Hopefully we get to see her more. I really mean it, because I've always liked Paige. When there was nothing going on in the Divas division, Paige was there, and that's the only thing that mattered, I guess. But hopefully we get to see Paige more. Or maybe she gets released. I don't know, because there's rumored to be more releases coming up this week, so that should be interesting. I will have videos on it, of course. But now we're gonna talk about the next match. I don't know what comes up next, so it should be fun to figure out who's fighting next. Alright guys, what a match that was. We just saw The Miz versus Sami Zayn, and I swear to you guys, I don't know why people don't like The Miz. You could probably hate his gimmick all you want. You gotta respect his in-ring work. The dude give it his all every night, and I really enjoy his work ever since he came into the WWE. He's always been one of my favorites. And so to see that match, and I really enjoyed it. It was really cool. Sami Zayn hits that moonsault off the barricade, epic. Miz threw Sami Zayn off of the, launched him over the top rope, and I swear his face just straight hit the fucking steps, and I thought he was done. He gets back in at about 7 or 8, and Miz catches him sitting up, boot right to the face. Right to the face. So that was like, oh god, he's done. Miz hits the figure 4, and Sami Zayn still gets out. So finally, Sami Zayn gets through there, holds on to the rope or whatever, and so finally, Sami Zayn hits the exploder suplex in the corner, hits the haluva kick. Sami Zayn has been entered into the match at Extreme Rules to make it a fatal 4-way. So Extreme Rules already shaping up to be amazing. I feel like this is going to be better than Payback for sure. But a big surprise. There was rumored to be that Dana Brooke was backstage for Monday Night Raw. And they just attacked. Emma and Dana Brooke just attacked Becky Lynch. We get another NXT diva coming up to this main roster. Why is it not Bayley? I've heard she's been injured, so I guess Dana Brooke's fine. Dana Brooke's really good, but I would have wanted Bayley up more. I guess everybody would want Bayley up more, to be honest. But Dana Brooke is good, so Dana Brooke on the main roster. Let's see what's gonna happen with this. I like Dana Brooke. Her in-ring ability is pretty good. Just surprised we didn't get Nia Jax or Bayley. Or even Alexa Bliss. I'd like to see all of them up. And, Asuka. Bring them all up, damn it. But, yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Okay, so before we talk about this next match, they did another segment involving an Intercontinental Championship match at Extreme Rules. And Zack Ryder, I think Zack Ryder deserves the opportunity in that Extreme Rules Fatal 4-Way, because the dude's awesome. The dude's been through so much, and I really think he deserves it. But he needs to beat Kevin Owens to get in there for the spot. And you know Kevin Owens is not about to lose to Zack Ryder. I really like Zack Ryder. Hopefully they bring up Mojo Rawley. They have a tag team. They put him in the tag team division, which would be pretty cool. And up to this point, we've only seen one New Day segment, and it's almost about to be 10. And that was just the Up Up Down Down segment, where they just promoted Pizza Hut. I'm just kidding. I don't really know. That was crap. I'd like to see New Day more. But let's see. We've got Sin Cara versus Rusev up, when we still need to see the Club versus Roman Empire, Zack Ryder's Kevin Owens, and Cass and Jericho. So I don't know if these other matches are going to be short, and the Club versus Roman Empire is going to be long, and Cass versus Jericho is going to be long. I don't know what's going to happen. But, yeah, that's what Raw does to you, so you never know what's going to happen. Alright, guys, so we just saw Sin Cara versus Rusev. And pretty much the only thing we need to talk about is the ending. So, Sin Cara was trying to hit the senton off the top. Rusev caught him with a super kick. Lana got on the apron, and then so did Kalisto. And Rusev saw Kalisto, and Sin Cara got a roll-up victory. So, I don't know. It was a boring match, to say the least. It was just, it was just a continue on with the rivalry. Dude, the United States Championship, it's been boring for a while now. I mean, the matches have been good. Don't get me wrong, Ryback versus Sin Cara was pretty good. I'm pretty sure Rusev versus, Kalisto versus Ryback was good. I'm pretty sure Rusev versus Kalisto was going to be good. But I don't really like the matches leading up to those. I don't know. But up next, thank God it's the Club versus the Roman Empire. Finally, we're going to see this match. I'm pretty sure the Club's going to win, but you never know. Okay, we just finished the Club versus Roman Empire elimination tag team match. And it was a solid match. I enjoyed it. It was entertaining, the great moves, great everything. So, the first elimination was Jey Uso, I believe. It's Jey, not Jimmy. And well, what happened was Jey hits the roll-up pin. Carl Anderson pushed him off at the count of two. Luke Gallows hit him with, like, clocked him right in the jaw. And then Carl Anderson hits the roll-up pin by Jey. Then, right before the commercial break, Jimmy gets a roll-up pin on Carl Anderson. So we're 2-2. As we come back from the commercial break, they show a replay of what happened, and there was an elimination during the commercial break. We didn't get to see it, but they did show it. The phenomenal forearm to Jimmy, which took out Jimmy Uso from Edge Styles did. So and then now it's basically 2-on-1 from the commercial break. And so Roman Reigns, knocked out Luke Gallows with a big Superman punch. So it was down to AJ and Roman Reigns, and they immediately fight to the outside because AJ Styles wants retribution for what happened last week when Roman Reigns put him through the announce table. Well, Roman Reigns got out of it, and I swear killed AJ when he threw him into that chair on the ring announcer's chair. Oh God, it looked like it hurt. And then all of a sudden, here comes Doug Gallows and Carl Anderson hit him with a chair, got disqualified. I'm guessing Roman Empire won. So they fight in the ring. Here comes the Usos. So they start battling. The only two people left standing are AJ Styles and Roman Reigns. They're going back and forth on whether they should use the chair. And so AJ's like, no, you use it. And he does. And jumps over Roman Reigns, rolls out of the ring, is telling Roman, you're going to need it. Extreme Rules, whatever. To me, I think this match should have been last week, or right before Payback, or right before Extreme Rules. It was a good match, but I think it would have been like a good build-up to, like a good momentum towards the main match that they're going to have. I don't want to see this match anymore. It was good while it lasted. We've seen it enough already. I think it's the third time we've seen this six-man tag match. It's done. After Extreme Rules, I don't think this rivalry is going to last anymore. I don't know who's next for Roman Reigns, to be honest. Who is next? What main event guy is next? Dean Ambrose, if he's really injured, is out of the picture. Who the fuck is next? There's nobody else. Sheamus again? Oh, God. Maybe, hopefully, they bring Finn Balor up. Yeah, next WWE champion. But, there's, I believe, 2 more matches to go, and that is Zack Ryder's Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho and Big Cass. So, yeah, I don't know. Raw so far has been pretty good, pretty solid show. Not nothing spectacular, not nothing bad, just solid. And there's nothing to complain about that. But, yeah. Alright. That match just ended was Kevin Owens, Zack Ryder, and let me be the first to say there was no crowd reaction at all. They were dead silent. They did none. I mean, there was a couple, there was for the woo woo woo. When Zack Ryder came out, there was no crowd reaction. Like at all. Kevin Owens wins with a pop-up powerbomb, which he tried to powerbomb Zack Ryder on the ring apron. Zack Ryder gets out of it. I mean, Zack Ryder is good. He put up a great fight. This match was good. Just no crowd reaction for it. Which, hopefully, they have a crowd reaction for the main event, which is Big Cass versus Jericho. See, that's what got me confused with why they had that 6-man tag before these matches, because it felt like they were done after that 6-man tag. Crowd was not into it anymore. You could tell there were a lot of empty seats. The whole top section, there's a lot of empty seats. There was a lot of empty seats in the front. I don't know. I'm just hoping that there's a crowd reaction for the main event, just so this ain't boring. As they're showing the replay, oh god, of Enzo's injury, and I swear, if y'all go check out my reaction for Payback, which a lot of you did, it's over 100 views. I thought he was dead. I'm not lying. That shit was brutal looking. Dude, it was bad. But let's go ahead and get ready for this next match. They're interviewing somebody right now. Who cares about an interview? Okay, we just talked about the crowd reaction was not there for the last match. Colin Cassidy just did a backstage interview, and he said he's doing this for Enzo Amore. Big crowd reaction. You know when they say, bada boom, realest guys in the room, how you doing? Well, he just said it is going to go a little something like this. Bada boom, the faintest of realest guys in the room. Or something. I mean, faint as hell. Like, there was barely any crowd reaction. This main event might be in jeopardy, but I hope the competitors pull it back in. Chris Jericho can carry anybody to a good match, and Colin Cassidy, he can wrestle. Remember his singles run in NXT was when I really liked NXT. Like, I like it now, but I don't really watch it that much anymore. But, I mean, hopefully, they can win those tag team titles. But if all doesn't work out with that tag team, Colin Cassidy's good. He can work the mic. He can wrestle. So Colin Cassidy's gonna do fine. But let's see. I think the main event is up now. I hope so. But let's go. All right. This next match was the New Day versus the Dudleys. New Day came out to talk before. Kind of got the crowd into it more. But during the match, there's a lot of just cricket moments. Like, there was no crowd reaction. All I know is that was one of the craziest, nastiest clotheslines. Oh my god. Like, so the Vaudevillains come in and break it up, but didn't get involved in the match because they took out Xavier Woods, who wasn't involved in the match, so it didn't really matter. And then Bubba Ray takes out Big E on the outside, leaving Kofi distracted by them going on the outside, whatever, and Devon pulled him, and his ear looked like it hit the ropes. And pulled him in. He had a fucking clothesline. They did a couple of flips. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. And then, after the matches, the Dudleys won. The Vaudevillains hit the Whirling Dervish, I think what it's called. That's an awesome move. Vaudevillains, I hope they win. To be honest, I want to see a new tag team, but keep the New Day around because they're funny. Yeah. Now we're about to get ready for the main event, which they're showing the previews for tonight's Camp WWE. I love that show. The first episode had me dying the whole time. Like, it was so funny. And on this episode, The Rock's gonna be on there, which is gonna be funny. But yeah, we're gonna get talking about the main event. Hopefully, crowd's hyped for it, because I am actually. I think it's gonna be a good match. I don't see no problems with the match. I wonder how many times we're gonna hear the new era. I'm gonna count for you guys just in the main event. I don't know. Have they said it more times than the Young Bucks 6 super kicks Sunday night? I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna count during the main event how many times they say the new era. Alright guys, main event time. Actually no. So in a big cast comes out. Here comes Jericho, and he gets attacked, and I'm like, it's gotta be Dean Ambrose. At first I was thinking Bray Wyatt because he was saying on Twitter there was like hashtag the return. I'm like, okay. And then I was like, nah, it's probably Dean Ambrose. So Dean Ambrose attacks Chris Jericho, comes all the way down to the ring, which some people probably didn't know who it was, but I guess right away it was Dean Ambrose, and he tears apart Chris Jericho's jacket. I mean, he fucking tears it apart, and then Chris Jericho walks away screaming, "You idiot! You messed it up! Like $6,000 jacket or whatever." And here's like Big Cass, like, "No, are you kidding me?" Throws him against the barricade, sends him back in. Dean Ambrose hits the dirty deeds and gets some scissors and cuts the freaking jacket. So actually, guys, the jacket was $15,000 because they cut to Stephanie and Shane, and Shane's like, "Well, Stephanie, the newfound attitude has been great. I think we coexisted well tonight." And it kind of cuts away because Shane takes a phone call, and Stephanie's looking at a picture, smiling. I don't think this is gonna end well. Something's gonna happen, and I mean, it's either gonna be Extreme Rules or the Monday after Extreme Rules, where Stephanie turns on him. But I hope they bring back the brands. I mean, really, I really hope they do. That was my favorite thing about WWE for the longest time, and now that they don't have them, it's just it's still awesome to watch, but I'd rather have them have the brands back. But that is going to be my Raw review. If you would like to see me review SmackDown on Thursday, let me know down in the comments. Like, subscribe, and comment. Good Raw. Really fun to watch, but I'm going to exit out now. Thanks for watching.